Do No Cram was good. We are here with episode 5.
Episode 5, season 2 vibes.
Let's go. Hey, a whole lot of news going on in the A right now. A whole lot of contracts getting signed, a lot of people getting their bread. Hopefully, we spoke about the tax and all that going on with the contracts. But she got DC checking it.
It's your boy AD in the building.
Yo, it's your boy Mike Teray, and we here with another installment.
Appreciate
y'all, man.
Another rendition.
You already know we back at it, man. Back at it again.
Fellas, let's get into it with the NBA free agency. All right, a whole lot of signs for the past 3 days, 2 days. Well, it's been what?
Since June 30th, so last Friday.
It's been about a week.
And whole lot of money getting made, a whole lot of years getting signed. We got Kuzma. Well, off the top, we're gonna list a couple of players out. Kuzma, 4 years, $102 million. Signed back with the Wizards. Draymond signed back with the Golden State. 4 years, $100 million. Kyrie staying with Dallas. 3 years, $126 million. We got Fred, 3 years, $130 million. And where he at? Houston.
Each time.
Smart.
Dylan Brooks, 4 years, $80 million with Houston too, right?
$20 million a year, yes sir.
And Dante.
DiVincenzo.
For the Knicks.
Yeah,
4 years, $50 million.
Big
And then moving on to the 2020 draft class, everybody got their bag too. Ant-Man, $260 million. LaMelo, $260 million. Halliburton, $260 million. Desmond Bain, $207 million. All right, but let's go with the first winners and losers, fellas. Free agency. Which team think you won? Think won free agency? Which team lost free agency?
So my winner right now, I'm gonna say Houston. I like what Houston did. Minus.
Winner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just overall that offseason, just to get your veteran point guard, NBA champion, to pair him with the young guys that could show them what to do and how to be a professional, especially where he's come from being an undrafted guard out of Wichita State, to make it onto the roster in Toronto, take Kyle Lowry's job. Almost took it again in Miami, but with that salary, I'm not sure if Miami could afford him. But he's a champion. He's proven. Potentially, it's going to be tough to be an all-star in the West, but I think Fred is the right guy, especially with his work ethic, to match up with Udoka. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it's a great learning experience for the young team and young core that they have right now, for like guys like Jalen Green to learn how to play and win. Mm-hmm. Jabari Smith, who was the guy, Kevin Porter, if he learns anything, and then Amen, was it a shore or Amen that got drafted to them? Amen. And he's technically, is he the guard? Is he the point guard? Or is he like more like
a point forward kind of?
Yeah. So now to have Fred leading them and then to pick up, I mean, I did not expect him to get $20 million a year for the next 4 years.
Steep price right there.
Dylan Brooks, you also bring in a guy that, let's speak about it. Memphis, as much trash talking he did, they were winning when he was there. Mm-hmm. And he was a part of that.
Yes.
Guarantee, you're not counting on him to win you the game, but he brought in a culture and attitude that, he works well with young guys, so with a young crowd, and then you bring him in, and also, like I said, everything's under Udoka. Like, I think Udoka's clearing all this. It's going to be, I think, really, we're going to see something different in Houston.
Yeah.
We definitely going to see something different.
I agree. I think Houston did a good job of, getting rid of those young guys. KJ, Jacob, Jalen Green is on the cusp, I feel like, of being a lead scorer for that team, and now you take the pressure off of him. Did you mention Sengun?
I forgot they got Sengun.
I think Sengun is going to take that next step now because he's playing with an actual real point guard. And like you said, I think Ime's doing a good job of going in there and just getting the roster. Mm-hmm. They also added Jeff Green, which is another low-key but good veteran presence. So, yeah, Houston is winning, but so are my Lakers. Western Conference Finals appearance, obviously. Everyone was disappointed with that broom coming out, getting swept, but I think they did a good job of bringing back, what Marcus said? White Kobe? Hillbilly Kobe? Hillbilly Kobe.
HBK.
Austin Reeves bringing him back, brought back my boy Rui Hachimura, which was another good find that Pelinka acquired last year. And then, taking a chance on Cam Reddish, who I feel like, has been around the league a little bit, but definitely still has a good, good-looking jump shot and just needs to work on it. So I think Phil Handy's going to do a good job with those young guys. And then, of course, D'Angelo, up and down playoffs, but, for the most part, he's steady. And I really like the addition of Gabe Vincent. I think a lot of those catch-and-shoot opportunities that Dennis had playing with LeBron, LeBron is going to find you. I think Gabe is going to do a good job of stepping in and just, knocking down shots. So I think, the Lakers definitely won. I can't think of any losers off the top of my head.
Oh, I definitely could.
Actually, no.
Go ahead.
My winners. Don't keep forgetting about me. Come on, no crazy. See, I about to move on against me.
I was definitely want to hear what you guys say.
But I'm gonna go Memphis, fellas. Memphis. I feel like free agency, they won free agency due to the lack of veteranship that they didn't have last year. So now they signed Marcus Smart and replacing Dylan Brooks. And now you also sign D Rose,
The legend.
to come over and come off the bench behind John Morant. And I feel like these two guys are going to come into the locker room really going to sit Ja down. Well, they're already doing it now, probably talking to him, probably working out together now, currently. And getting his mind right for going into next year. Like, now your mindset is, Ja, you've been through what you've been through in the past, right? It's all behind you now. Focus on what you got to focus on going into next season. You're going to go through the suspension, and when you come back, I feel like this team that they have now with Desmond Bain signing him to a $207 million, you still got Steven Adams, you still got Jared Jackson too, Luke Kennard. You got a lot of players on that team, on that roster that can get you W's for that when he's going for the first 25 games.
Quarter of the season.
I just feel like that veteran presence for Ja is gonna put him on a right path for him going into next year. So I feel like that's a sleeper team to look out for going into the West.
I know we could also pick, but I think collectively, are we all saying that the East is all the losers, basically?
I think Boston won. I mean, it wasn't a free agent move, but they kind of solved.
Technically was. He was a restricted free agent, and they signed him.
Like we said previously in the other episodes, I just feel like I don't see where KP where he fits.
Just think Al Horford.
But you already have Al Horford there.
I know, but he's old.
Yeah, he's at the benchmark.
I gotta see it.
That's what I'm telling myself.
I gotta see
So,
it.
yeah,
I don't understand where he implements because like we were saying on record in the past episodes, Boston needs a point guard. So now going at the big man, that just does it spread the floor somewhat? Yes, but now you still got that lingering issue of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown running point and then natural scores and not point guards. Right. They need to be fed the ball. So it's gonna be interesting going into next year. It's gonna be interesting. So loss, I don't know. I gotta think about it.
Golden State.
All right, Golden State.
Yes. You signed. I understand you signed Draymond, but my very biggest issue is that I'm not gonna say the Lakers lost, but the glaring issue is that you at least want to compete with the champions right now, the defending champs, and at least you want something to make them sweat a little bit, make it just harder for them. For my example, I'm just gonna go with the Lakers first. I'm not gonna say they lost, but I don't see nothing that's gonna deter them from. Nobody's gonna stop Jokic, but I think you can really make it difficult if you get physical and find the right body type to mess with him.
Okay.
No offense to Jackson Hayes or AD, but they're forwards. They're not guys that like to bang. And I mean by bang, Jokic showed you what banging was if you did not watch the playoffs this year. Back to the basket, I'm gonna get real physical with you. And I know that right now where the league is, a lot of guys are finesse. They don't like that physical, competition down low. And I mean with the Warriors, God, for the love of God, help out Kevon Looney. Like help that man out. Like what you want him to do? Like
eating the rebounds, man.
Yeah, I understand eating the rebound, but the man also needs help. I'm not saying Draymond's also going to be there, but Draymond's not a real big. And at the same time, Draymond is great because I've seen him really make it difficult for Jokic.
But he don't do so much.
That was a different time. There's a different Jokic we're looking at now, where he's making Bam Adebayo look like a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like the Warriors are another team that really didn't do much in the offseason. Like I feel like they should have. You signed Corey Joseph.
I would say it was a loss if they don't move Paul George, Clippers.
Okay.
Absolutely.
They re-signed Russell Westbrook to a 2-year, $8 million deal. They did acquire KJ Martin from the Houston Rockets, so maybe that's But I just feel like if they don't move one of those superstars going into next year, Clippers is looking at another downfall season.
So my thing with the Clippers is this: they got a lot to figure out. Because on my team, they got a nice,
make a move now.
They got a nice little nucleus of like young guys like DJ Boston.
Doesn't even see the court.
Doesn't see the court. Terrence Mann. Doesn't see the court.
And Eric Gordon, if I'm not mistaken,
he went to Phoenix.
Just left.
He just left the Clippers.
And they just traded a lot for Eric Gordon.
But their issue is,
by the way.
Well, their issue with the Clippers, they're about to move to Inglewood. They're about to become independent, and I feel like what they're trying to battle is: are we going to sell them on the future? Are we going to sell them? Let's wait till the stadium open, and we can say, hey, we have still PG and Kawhi here. Come watch our game.
That team is not.
No, I agree.
Because just off air watching our past records.
We're still talking about the same thing.
If you're a fan, you just know that team is not durable enough.
Right.
It's not about talent. They have enough talent. It's just who's going to be around.
That's how they feel like people want to go out and watch. So that's why it's just the talent. But No, I agree. I just think, the Clippers are at a crossroad. They got to pick which side they want to go to.
You ain't making no ticket sales. You got PG and Kawhi sitting on the sideline just watching, bro.
Street
like
clothes.
us.
Right.
And street clothes.
Yeah.
You ain't making no money.
Now they got to figure that out ASAP.
So they're looking like big L's to me on this, for my L's.
Right.
All right, moving on.
You got losing money?
You got losing?
Philly.
They signed Obama. No, I'm joking.
I mean, I think, the elephant in the room is what is Harden going to do?
Yeah, I forgot he's still not signed.
Because they said he opted in for the $38 million, but he wants to find a trade partner. Problem is, who could take that, and who's going to give up some of their future for that?
I'm gonna say the doors are closing.
Funny that you mentioned the Clippers. They said the Clippers could be a third team, but now you're going to take Dame, you're going to take Harden, and you're going to take either PG or Kawhi, and you're going to try to, it's just too many contracts, too many players that don't last in the playoffs. And honestly, I think Harden's best bet is just to go back and just play for Philly. They've made Maxey untouchable. We all know Embiid is untouchable. They apparently tried to shop Tobias around during the draft, which was unsuccessful. So what are you going to do? Daryl Morey likes to swing for the fences. Today he went to Crumble and had a little joke with Tobias and said there were no casuals there. I don't want to see my GM doing that. I want to see my GM in the office actually thinking about a way that we could get better and get over that second round hump. So they're a loser to me. Boston got KP. The Knicks are thriving. Added DiVincenzo. Got rid of Toppin, which was a little questionable.
The New York Wildcats.
But the East, you know what I'm saying? For Philly right now, they're the team that everybody's looking at because it's like y'all either going to move off of Harden or y'all going to keep him. But y'all just playing the game right now back and forth.
I was them trying to swap Harden for Paul George.
I don't know how the contracts would look. And you think Paul George would fit in Philadelphia?
Why not? You got Terrence Maxey and Paul George as your ball handler, and then they'll be big. I'll tell you that they'll be really big.
And PJ Tucker and Embiid.
But yeah, I mean, it's serviceable.
Right.
It's serviceable.
Nah, we're gonna see. I mean, let's probably still more moves to do.
Right.
Season
Still got a whole
progresses.
summer left, but
I do hope the Warriors, for your big free agents, sign it to be Corey Joseph. I mean, really?
that's what I'm saying. You added Chris Paul, and then a week later you add Corey Joseph. What is the motive here?
Right. You're not moving.
You said, what's the guy? Mike Dunleavy?
Mike Dunleavy.
The guy that used to play?
Mike Dunleavy, dude. The one that Giannis threw into the stands because he pushed him.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
What's he
man.
doing? What are you doing, Mike?
No Crack fam, what's good? It's your guy DC checking in. If you haven't already, please make sure you like the vid and also subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.